wise man once said, discipline way answers and regret way turns. I wasted a decade of my life. If I could go back, here is the one thing I would tell my younger self. If this is your first time watching my video, welcome. My name is Amaduddin, and here we talk about habits, productivity, and discipline that will help you build the life that you want. Make sure you stick around and subscribe to the channel. Today is a story time, my story, and the one thing I wish I could tell my younger self. I was born in Sierra Leone. I grew up in Freetown. Freetown is the capital of Sierra Leone. I went to high school, went to college. I was actually studying computer science. On my way to college, there is a car dealership around my place where they used to sell nice car. As an 18 years old boy that is very ambitious, wanted to make it so bad that. So one day I went into the car dealership. I didn't go there to ask for anything, but I just go there to ask if they can allow me to start coming to the car dealership. So they said yes, I should start coming. So after college, or sometime I will skip class and then come to the car dealership. Keep learning how to drive and then start earning something small. If they do any car dealer business, if they do any business, they will tip us, the young boys around small. And I was so ambitious, I was so hot, I started going too deep. I ended up quitting college and started doing full-time car dealership business. I was there selling cars and also doing something on the side, like I was selling car gadgets online and some other stuff. I was making something at the same time living in my brother's house. So I'm not paying rent, I have no responsibility, nothing to take care of, just me and my money. Making something small, I was so ambitious, like I really wanted to make it. Like I said, I set an age limit for myself that at this certain period of time, I should have become a millionaire. Exactly the age I am right now. So, things going well, and I remember I was in the car dealership business till I turned 20. So at 20, I started getting my own deal for myself. So my first deal was actually an FJ Cruiser and an Infiniti. If you don't know what a deal in car dealerships, actually people who own cars, they will give you as a car dealer so you can actually sell it and get your own price as a commission and then give back the money to the owner of the car. So I got this client and then he gave me 2 cars at that time to park at my car dealership, where the center where I do my work. So, cut story short, I ended up having an accident with one of the cars, which is an FJ Cruiser. It was a very crazy moment for me. I was young, at that time, 20, I didn't even know what to do. I don't even own a driver's license. Just my ambitions and fire keep me going. So that's crazy. And I had a mentor in the car dealership, and then he helped me. We recovered the car back and then we gave it to the owner. But the owner explained to the owner about the problem, and then he didn't say anything about it. And later he gave the car back to us to keep selling it. So, but at that time things is not going well for me. I don't know what to do. I was like in between and everything. Then I decided to move to another country, which is Senegal. So I went to Senegal and then I found a mentor. But this mentor of mine, he was actually a businessman. He was into real estate, Airbnb, and he was also doing home appliances and furniture. So I went to him, introduced myself. Cut story short, we built a relationship. So now it's between us, a mentor and a mentee. One day he asked me where I was staying. At that time, I was staying in one of my friend's apartments in Senegal, which is not actually good for me. Then I moved in full time to my mentor place, one of the apartments, the Airbnb apartments. So I was there, spent with him like a year. I learned a lot about Airbnb. I started a small business at the side and also make something. One day I decided, what, I want to come back to Sierra Leone. So I gave him time. He said, okay. Then I returned back home and actually started living again with my senior brother. So after I came to Sierra Leone, I gave myself like, I think 3 months, settled down, and also I found another business idea, which I went into. So I went into this business idea. It was actually, we are manufacturing paper bag, like branded packaging bags. That's what we are doing. So I was there and then I started spreading, like building team. I ended up gotten around 4 guys who also joined me, so we are working together. So we move out from where we are, then we went to another place. These guys keep coming, so we keep working. A year bypassed, so and then I decided to take this business fruit big. So I end up having issues with some of them because they are not able to come the distance where I stay now with 5. But on me, I decided to take this business full time. So I remember, I think at the age of 23, right now I'm 28. This was like 5 years ago. At the age of 23 or so, I decided to move on my own. Like I leave my big brother house, Yeah, so my big brother, he did what a big brother can do for a younger brother. He wanted to see me go. He helped me also with the rent, and I remember I got my first 1-bedroom apartment at that time. It was actually $1,000 for the whole year, so I paid. Moving to that house and using my bedroom to do my personal stuff, and then my living room as my business hub. Everything was going great. One of my friends introduced me to grant writing. If you don't know what grant writing is actually you as a small entrepreneur or an entrepreneur, maybe you're either in Africa or any part of the world, you can actually write grants that you apply. You tell these are institutions, these are people who actually give funds to people who start businesses for actually free. You don't need to pay it back. But there is a process. The process is actually you writing some things about yourself, your business, what are you going to use the money for, do some cash statements, financial statements. There is a lot to go out, like some documentation. Then after you pitch your business ideas, if you are lucky, you get selected. If they are convinced with what you are saying, then they will give you money. Depends on the amount of grants which is stated, and also depends on the kind of niche you are or the business that you are doing. So as for me at that time, I was also into the manufacturing sector, and my niche is paper bag, like branded paper bag, which is eco-friendly. So I ended up raising my first grant from the TA Foundation. You know about the Tony Elumelu Foundation, the owner of UBA, Tony Elumelu. So I won the grant at that time. It was actually around 2021, and I got the $5,000 grant. Then after I got selected into one of the biggest African fellowship program. It was actually a school like for young African, which is the Azisha Prize, based in South Africa. So I was with the Azisha Prize. It was, like I said, doing the school, learning about business, a whole 3 years. The school program is like between high school to college level. Let me say it's like actually college. So we are learning the stuff that you need to learn about business, like you becoming an actual CEO. There are expertise, there are people who are very, very proficient in business. Those are the people that are venture partners, coaches, mentors. These are the people that they hire just to train us. Cut story short, went to South Africa, did my final year with Azisha Prize, everything okay. But in Azisha program also, I got around $4,000 to $5,000 in cash stipends, but I didn't win one of the prizes, but I able to make some money. Then in my local hometown, I also got some local grants around $6,000. So if I sum up all the money I was able to raise for my business from the time I start to actually 22 or 23, I was actually able to raise around, I would say, $10,000 to $15,000 based on the exchange rate at that time. But I ended up losing everything. I ended up crushing all my empire and going into this depression state, which actually affects me a lot, But before I explain to you how I crushed on my empire, give me a break. Let me do some work. Back to my story. So the things I did that actually made me lose everything is because one, I was not keeping expenses. Like my expenses are very, very high, and the amount of income that is coming in from my business is low. And two, I was actually my own living cost was actually based on the business capital. Like my second year of my rent, I took that money from my business capital, my feeding and a lot of things, And third, I was chasing things outside of business, like chasing one and there, I want to do this, want to do that, and all that made me lose focus. Fourth is I was doing so many things at that time, not focusing on my business, like so many things. Yes, the small time I give to my business, I can able to make small progress. Then when I leave my business and then go do something else, it's become difficult for me. At that time I had like 3 employees. I would just leave everything with them. It reached a time that even when I came to the office, I will meet them. Maybe this guy is sleeping, this is doing something else. So it was just all over the place. Yes, I was ambitious. I really wanted to make money. At that time, I think I was around 25 or so, 25 years. I wanted to make it so bad because right now I'm 28. I wanted to make it so bad, but ambition without clarity, without like a serious planning, it leads to catastrophe. And if I can keep listing, the number 6 thing on the list is actually I had no business plan, I had no clarity for my business, I had no purpose for my business. It's like I start treating the business as an hobby instead of a business, because there's a difference between a hobby and a business. Business is actually you doing the things that you need to do, whether you feel like it or not, and you stick to the plan and the rules of the business. Hobby is something actually you just do whenever you want to do it. There is no plan, there is no strict anything. So, and if I could add the one last thing in the business is the habit of drifting. If you don't know what drifting is actually you not able to be consistent in something, you not able to be focused, you not able to pay attention to one thing at the same time. You are all over the place. Every opportunity you want to chase. If you meet difficulties, you pull back. Then after the difficulties go by, you come back. So that's what actually I was doing. Like whenever there is a big difficulty in my business, I will pull back. I will take a break, like 3 months or so, and came back. Imagine with all the lessons I learned from the Antisha program, the TF program, I was not implementing none of them. So the one thing I would tell my younger self now, now that I had the experience, now that I've seen different parts of my life, I'm able to experience the world, I'm able to move to different places. Now I'm living in Accra, Ghana. I would tell myself not to drift. So be focused and be consistent and be patient with what I've already started. It's already showing me success. When the difficulties start showing up, I have to find a way to solve it, but to be patient. Not chasing anything, not drifting around, just being patient. So if you are watching this, maybe you are 18, 25, 24, 27, or even 30, the one thing I want you to take from this video is drifting is something that is very dangerous. If you are a drifter, you will never able to make it in life. You will never able to succeed. You will never able to achieve anything because you will become the guy or the lady, guy specifically, that is not able to stick to any one thing with no chief definite plan. If I want to recommend 3 things to you before I leave you on this video, what you need to do at least to make your life go forward. So the first thing, like I said, you don't need to drift. Stick to one thing. If there is a particular skill or there is a particular business or whatever things you want to start in your list, your goals, make it a priority and stick to it. Do not move around, because the reasons why people keep moving around, I've seen it till this day. Even when I went to pitch my new business that I'm working on, which is Art School Africa, which you guys will know more about. There are some people who come and do their presentation, they are doing so many things at the same time, which just remind me back of where I fuck up at my younger age. So, and like I said, the reason why people do a lot of things because they are chasing millions. They think that doing one thing, you will not able to make more. You need to do this, you need to do that. But that's not the case. There are different ways to make millions. There are people making their millions in different ways. You will never ask a rich guy, how do you make money? He tell you the same thing that all the other people say. There are different paths. Yes, there is a foundation that you need to follow if you want to get rich, but there are different paths to wealth. Maybe the thing that you are doing, if you stick to it long enough, like 5 years, 10 years, you can be able to be successful in it. So the 3 things I want you to learn from my video: 1 is stop drifting, stick to it. And 2, make sure whatever things that you are doing in your life, make sure you have a clear path. You have a specific plan for it. You have a direction. You set a goal. You have a purpose why you are doing that part. Because if you don't have a purpose, whenever there is a problem, you will pull back. And pulling back will not get you anywhere, because when you go back, you just have to start fresh. And the final takeaway I will give you in this video, I want you to know that in life comes with tests and difficulties. So if you be the guy or the lady that is always chasing opportunities around, you will never be able to find them. Why? Because there are so much thing going on. There are some misfortune, or there are some distractions that is destined just like an opportunity. So when you go, you chase that and you put your hands on it, you will never able to accomplish 14, 15 at the same time unless you stick to one. So that is my video, and those are the 3 lessons I had to share with you. If you find this video useful, make sure you comment on the section, like and share to your friends and somebody that you want them to watch this video, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel.